Warning, this video contains many spoilers from the story of Subnautica Below Zero. Please beware. Immediately after posting this video, where I discussed whether or not the Frozen Leviathan was alive or dead in Subnautica Below Zero, I began to realize a few things. First off, the video was a little too long. Second, I missed a few really important possibilities. And third, the voice acting in the video wasn't my best work. So I've decided to remake that video, make it shorter, more to the point, include the missing possibilities, and hopefully have some better voice acting. For those of you who already watched that video, don't worry, this video will be different. I will include different possibilities that I forgot to include in that video, so I would recommend you stick around. The Frozen Leviathan is a titanic land-based leviathan with 2 horns, a set of sharp teeth, 4 limbs, and a long tail. It is supposedly deceased and encased within a thick glacier of ice inside the Phi Excavation Site. Upon examination of this frozen beast, one notices large green pustules dotting the skin of the creature. This creature was infected with a mutated strain of the Kharaa bacteria before it became trapped within this very glacier 1,000 years ago. In order to stop Alterra from mutating these Kharaa samples, and in order to prevent a mutated form of the disease from infecting the human population, Robin Ayou, the main character in Subnautica Below Zero, following the footsteps of her late sister, Sam Ayou, located a canister to the cure of this horrific disease, Enzyme 42. She injected the Enzyme 42 into one of the large green pustules, dotting the outside of the creature. This stopped Alterra in their tracks, preventing any maluse of the dangerous disease. However, there is one question that often comes up regarding Robin curing the Frozen Leviathan. One question we are going to be completely explaining today. How does the Enzyme 42, injected by Robin Ayou, spread throughout the frozen creature? Would the creature need to be alive in order for this to happen? Well, let's take a look at the possibilities. As of right now, there are 3 widely accepted possibilities that could explain how the creature is able to be cured. Let's dive into each one respectively. The first possibility is that the creature is alive. The slow heartbeat from the preserved creature would be able to spread the Enzyme 42 injected by Robin throughout the entire creature's body. There are many possible ways this creature could be alive. This amazing creature could be preserved in a state of stasis, in a hibernation like sleep, a coma, or another similar method of surviving for long periods of time. Possibly one never seen before on Earth. The cold of the ice could help preserve this creature as well. The ice, in theory, could provide water, and the creature's body fat could provide the nutrients needed to survive. Many creatures on Earth are able to hibernate and even cool their bodies down to below zero, preserving their bodies while still remaining alive. And if many other creatures have been known to do this, and if this best explains how the cure is able to be spread, is the Frozen Leviathan alive? Well, there are many counter-arguments. The first and most important counter-argument is what the developers intended for the beast. When I asked them, they told me that the creature was always meant to be dead. When I asked how the cure was able to spread, they told me, it's one of those mysteries we're trying to keep in game, so there's no specific answer. It's one of those things we want people to theorize about, and what they're saying really makes sense. Being trapped within the ice for 1,000 years is bound to kill you, if the Kharaa infecting you doesn't already. The creature has basically been without any food source for 1,000 years. That is also bound to kill you. Another counter-argument is that the curing of the frozen creature takes a remarkably short amount of time. If the creature is preserved within a state of stasis or another similar state, its metabolism will be slowed down drastically, and its heart would beat incredibly slowly. If the heartbeat is what spreads the enzyme cure, the cure would take some time to cure all the Kharaa spread throughout the frozen beast. However, upon injecting the cure, the frozen creature is cured within a matter of seconds. This may just be due to the fact that nobody wants to wait 30 minutes for the creature to be cured, but it may also point to a different possibility. It may point to the creature being dead after all, and it being alive really seems like a stretch, especially if the developers themselves have straight up come out and told us it's dead. So if it is dead, how is the cure able to spread? Well, there are still a few more possibilities. The second possibility is that the creature is very dead, simply preserved within the ice, and then it's down to how the enzyme works and a little bit of science that explains how the cure is able to spread throughout the frozen creature's body. In Subnautica, when you are cured using the Enzyme 42 produced by the Sea Emperor's babies, we get to see a little bit about how the enzyme works. Upon touching the cure, the enzyme sticks to Riley and is absorbed within his body, curing him in a matter of seconds. Based on this, it may just be due to the nature of the enzyme that could explain how the cure is able to spread throughout the Frozen Leviathan. Enzyme 42 essentially targets and hunts down all Kharaa spread throughout the creature's body. Using a little bit of science, it is able to spread throughout the entire creature, eliminating any traces of the Kharaa bacterium. And in order to understand this completely, we have to understand the science. Diffusion is the movement of particles to equally distribute throughout a compound. This essentially means that particles will move from a place of high concentration to places of low concentration. In other words, particles tend to spread out equally from each other. This would explain how the enzyme is able to spread. The enzyme is injected into one tiny spot of the creature. That area has an extremely high concentration of enzyme 42 particles. So, because of the law of diffusion, these particles spread out throughout the entire body equally. The only counter-argument is that there wouldn't be enough enzyme to cure the entire creature, right? The main way this can be explained is that the enzyme could simply replicate itself. When Riley is cured, we can see that the initial enzyme that was on Riley's hands seemed to grow, so it's likely that this is the case. However, there is one more major possibility, possibly the most interesting of the three. The third possibility is that the bacteria could have some sort of network set up within the creature in which the enzyme could spread. Here's how this would work. The creature would be dead. However, due to mutation and the very Frozen Leviathan possibly providing it energy, the Kharaa bacteria would still be alive. It essentially would take over the frozen creature, creating vessels, a whole network of Kharaa blood vessels, kind of like a piping system, in which food and energy could be transported throughout the body. It would kind of turn the Frozen Leviathan into a zombie, dead but alive through the Kharaa bacterium. And thus, when the enzyme 42 is injected, it would spread throughout this physical piping system and cure all of the Kharaa spread throughout the body. It certainly would be ironic. The very piping system used to support the Kharaa bacterium and transport nutrients in the same way the human body uses blood vessels to do so would bring the demise of the infection. These three possibilities are the main, widely accepted answers to this intriguing question. As of myself, I believe it's either possibility number 2 or possibility number 3. Both seem equally likely to me. But as the developer said, it's up to us to interpret. Each one of us is allowed to think a different thing. Let me know in the comments section below what you think. What do you think allows the cure to spread throughout the Frozen Leviathan? Is there another possibility I missed? Do you have any questions about Subnautica or Subnautica Below Zero that I could answer in a video? Questions or concerns? Please let me know. I will try to respond to all of you guys. Thanks so much to SciPro05, who helped me out with some of the theorizing. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it's free, plus it helps me a ton. These videos take a lot of time, and the best way you can support me is by subscribing. Thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers, it's absolutely insane. Next up is 4,000 subscribers. Also, please check out my other Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero content, you may like it. Be sure to check out my Discord server and Twitch channel, the links are in the description. If you want to be awesome, please support me on Patreon. Thanks to my patrons, Sir Lord Mister and King Nocho. Become a patron and support today. The link to my Patreon is in the description as well, and I will see you guys in the next video.